Ahmed from Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes.
Sheikh, I want to ask if, let's say, a ruler do unjust in our land, in the Akhirah, are we able to put our sins on them?
Of course, there is no doubt in that. The Muslim ruler, it is an obligation upon the Muslim Ummah to obey him. Even if he's rotten, even if he's corrupt, even if he is an oppressor, nevertheless, for the better of the whole Ummah, committing the lesser of the two evils is to respect him, to obey him, and to do what he says, providing it is within the boundaries of Sharia. Because the Prophet said, there is no obedience for anyone in disobeying Allah Azza wa Jal. And the Prophet ordered us in so many hadiths to adhere and to obey to the Muslim ruler, even if he was an Abyssinian slave. You know, the Arabs have some pride in them. And to have a slave who's Abyssinian controlling and ruling them, that is outrage. But the Prophet says, no, you have to step on your pride and you have to obey him, because this is my command to you. The Prophet also said, alayhi salatu wasalam, obey and adhere to the Muslim ruler, even if he flogs your back and takes your wealth. Because if you try something else, that would cause a lot of fitna, a lot of mishap, trials and tribulation in the Muslim Ummah, which Islam does not permit or allow. Unity is more important than my rights or your rights. Does this mean that we have to love him? Of course not. We hate his guts. But it is part of our belief to obey, to respect, not to oppose him publicly, so that that would not cause a greater evil and would allow the Khawarij to come out. Talal from Canada.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, when we are reciting the Quran, we know that when we stop at the end of the verse, whatever, like on the last word of the verse, if there is fatha, kasra or dhammah, we turn that into the sukoon. So Sheikh, this is how I memorize the Quran. So for example, if it is like, if the verse is فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, I know that how to recite it, but I don't know like the last word, like what is that, like what diacritic mark is on the last word. So Sheikh, I was wondering, like, am I considered as somebody who has like as Hafidhul Quran?
I don't know, Akhi. If you memorize the Quran, but you don't perfect what to say at the end of the verses, whether it is tukadhiban or tukadhibani, and then you continue immediately and make wasl, this doesn't invalidate you being someone who memorizes the whole Quran. And if someone doesn't memorize the whole Quran, but he knows that not every verse we stop with sukoon, which is a wrong statement. If the verse ends with a tanween of fatha, then we do not have a sukoon. If it ends with a shadda, jan, this is not a sukoon, this is a shadda, and the like. So knowing these rulings doesn't make a person a hafidh of Quran, and Allah knows best.